Hello, you are highly welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Amarachi Uduma and this is Amara Glow TV. So in today's video we are talking about relationship, and not just any relationship. We are talking about relationship with our parents, our grandparents, the elderly, the aged ones. The internet is full of tips on how to maintain relationship with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, husband, wife, spouse, lover, best friends, and all that. We don't get to see a lot of information that will tell us how to actively and consciously maintain relationships with our parents, our grandparents, like just the elderly ones in general. And that is why I am here today, to do the Lord's work. God bless you as you sit back and listen. Like we all know, it is the joy of every true parent to see their children succeed. Every true parent that is really a parent, they want to see their children succeed. Our parents are happy when we are making progress. Our parents are happy when we get accomplished in life. Our parents make sacrifices to see that we get something reasonable out of our lives. In fact, the average parents want their children to be better than they themselves. And you know how life is. We grow up, we move far away, we start our own lives, and life just keeps happening. So in the midst of this hustle and bustle of life, I mean it's not easy. When we get into this adulting stage, then you now get into your own family. It is possible to get so engrossed in the lifestyle we're building that we give them less and less time and attention. But it is also possible to be there for them even with the hustle and bustle of life. It's possible, and it's even very right to carry them along, to be a part of their lives even from a distance. Whether they are in your hometown and you're based in a city far off, or even if you're based abroad, it is possible to still maintain that sweet relationship with them. I mean, if you have your parents' life, if you have your both parents' life, then you have gold. You are lucky. Some of us have one parent, some of us don't even have. So if you have your parents alive, this video is particularly and especially for you. Let's get straight to it. I'm here with 7 tips to maintaining relationships with our parents and grandparents. Tip number 1, this is almost a no-brainer. Check up on them. Check up on them. As simple as this sounds, it is a chore. Like, it's actually difficult for a lot of people to keep up with it. But check up on them. You could put reminders on your phone. See, if something is important to you, you will make out time for it. You can say, depending on the kind of relationship you have with your parents, you can say, okay, once in a week, or if you're very close to them, once in a day. But don't be all those children that will be saying, if they don't call me, I'll not call them. Don't even allow life to happen. You will not say, had I known. Had I known comes at last. So now that you know, now that I am telling you, check up on them. From time to time, you could set reminders. Let it be a priority to you. This week, have I checked up on mom? Just, calling home, even if you're not sending something regularly, at least it helps to let them know that, I'm on their mind, though, they're thinking of me. It shows care and it shows love. Ask about their health. They're coming of age. They're coming of age and life is happening. So ask about their health, things like that. Tell them random interesting stuff just to make them happy. My paternal grandmother is still alive, though she's very old, but she's still alive. She always says that one thing that makes her happy and keeps her going is hearing from myself and my cousins. So it's really a thing of joy. If you have your parents alive, do make out time to know what's up with them. The truth of the matter is that, especially if your parents are getting advanced in age, they are closer to their glorious exits. They are closer to the ends of their lives. So let's make it our duty to make it memorable for them at least. Let them not be lonely. Joe, if you have not called them, if you've not called your parents or your loved aged ones, if you've not called them in a while, please pick up your phone and make that call. Dial that number. They will be happy. They'll be happy, especially if you have a good relationship with them. They'll be glad to hear your voice. They'll be glad to celebrate with you. Number 2, keep them updated. I know this might not apply to everybody because different people have different kinds of relationship with their parents. Yes, but it's true. And not everybody that births people, it's not everybody that births a person that feels the position of a parent to them. I hope you're getting the point I'm trying to make. But if you have a great relationship with your parents, keep them updated. I mean, major events should not be happening in your life and then your parents are hearing it from outsiders. Or maybe, as in, or make sense. It's not really nice. It's not a good place to be in. Imagine that I'm planning for my wedding, or I've gotten engaged and things are going on, and then my dad is hearing it from someone else. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. I know some people do those kind of things for experiences that they've had. And like I always say, depending on the kind of relationship that you have with your parents. But you now, they are listening to me and you have a great relationship with your parents, please keep them updated with major events in their lives. Of course, they are not witches and wizards. They are going to be happy for you. You want to japa. They are telling you. In fact, you don't even tell them. You tell them after you've already landed. They'll be happy for you. Maybe for reasons best known to people, I don't know. But personally, I feel that major events in your life, your parents should be carried along. Communication is a sweet thing. Like, it gives them a sense of belonging, makes them feel important and remain part of your life. Tip number 3, pray for them. Pray for your parents. Yes, pray for them. Let them be on your prayer list. If you're a Christian, whatever your faith is, pray for them. Especially if you're a Christian, they should be one of the priority on your prayer list. Because if you're not praying for them, pray for their health. Pray for their health, pray for their finances, pray for their well-being. If anything goes wrong, you're still the one that is going to get billed. So pray for them, pray for their happiness, pray for longevity of their lives, pray for good relationship with them. Don't be those that the only thing on your prayer list is money, financial breakthrough, marital settlement. That's the only thing on your prayer. That's the only thing on your prayer list. Please remember your parents. You pray for who you love. Your prayer list defines. Your prayer list can show us where your heart really is. So what are you really praying about? What comes to your mind when you are praying? Apart from thanking God, thanking Him for His blessings and all that, you're praying for direction. You're praying for guidance. You're praying for financial. A lot of us pray for money. I'm not even going to lie about it. Let's also pray for our parents. Inola, Shotibo, Benny, Anugo. Tip number 4, celebrate them. What did I say? Celebrate them. Brother or sister watching me here today, celebrate your parents. Life is short. Life is short. I'm saying this from experience. Life is short. You don't have to wait till the death of a loved one to come and show love. You now come to the burial and you now do all the you now be seeing her dying now. You now want to do all the celebration. Say it's the last respect. You now want to do all that. Then it's possible, and it's always better to celebrate these ones that we love. Celebrate them while they are alive. You don't need to spend so much to celebrate them. Little things like their birthdays, like random gifts. When you get that excess cash that you don't know what to do with, just remember them. All those little things to make them happy. That text message once in a while, that call that you make once in a while. Just celebrate them while they are still alive and living and can appreciate you. Please, let's start doing this. Don't be like small girls that made that error. Please, celebrate them. If they have events that they're doing, show up for them. Be there for them. If you can't show up, send kudi, send something across. Just celebrate them. Whatever celebration means to you, celebrate them. You can send pararara if that's what celebration means to you. It can be anything, any form of celebration to the extent of your capacity. Just celebrate them and make them feel loved. Their birthdays, their wedding anniversaries, and all other functions, just celebrate them. So if throughout Christmas has passed, New Year has passed, I hope you celebrated your parents, your loved ones. I hope you celebrated them, and your grandparents. I hope you did something nice for them. You don't need to have all the money in the world to do this. You just need to have a willing heart. Number 5, visit them. What did I say? Visit them. I know some of you will say my house is far. I live far from my parents. I live abroad. I live in Cotonou. I live in Mississippi. I live in is Al Jazeera a country? I live in Iraq. I live in Iran. Visit them. I know that your schedule is tight and you're really busy, but if you can, your presence is going to mean a lot to them. 5 years now, 15 years now, you have not seen your mama, you have not seen your papa, but when it's time for burial, you will not show. Why? Please don't do. Let's stop it this year, please. We are not doing that this year. I like to think that one day too I'll be a parent. You know, there's the way this life is. 1 minute they are young and they have children running up and down the house, and the next minute the children are all gone, living their own lives, and then they are now, I don't know, they are now left alone. I feel like it can be a really challenging phase for them. So if you can, maybe you live within or you live around, if you can, visit them once in a while, or you can even have them come over to visit. If maybe their grandparents now and you have kids, you can let them spend time with their grandchildren. I mean, it's a thing of joy to them. And if you are so far away, maybe you're in Antarctica or you're in India, and we know that flight ticket is not a small something, you can make up with thank God for technology, thank God for the internet. You can make up with video calls and all that. There are ways to make these things work. Let's show love. Tip number 6, understand them. I said what? Understand them. Yes, I know that parents and children fight it can be very tricky. I mean, it happens to me a lot. I'm always having fallout with that. Like, the fights are always there, and I don't really blame them, because for some of us that have older parents, the world is changing very fast before them, and it can be kind of difficult to catch up. I remember all the times I would go home and I'm constantly on my phone, because you know how my phone is literally my office. My phone is my personal assistant. It's everything. It's my entertainment. It's where I work. It's where I learn. It's everything to me. But my dad doesn't understand that till today. He's not that old, but he does not understand that one. All he thinks about is you're always pressing phone. You're always on that phone. You're always pressing phone. And sometimes it gets so heated up. Then you now ask yourself, what are we even arguing for? Understandings like that happen, but understanding is always key. There will be decisions that we would want to take that they would fight against, especially when it comes to decisions like where to live, or sometimes even when it comes to marriage, who to marry and where to marry into. It can bring up a lot of conflicts. But one thing that I've taught myself, that my mom had always taught me, is that most times when our parents fight with us over something, it's not because they don't like you. They are doing it from a place of love, actually. Even though it might not seem favorable to us, but they're actually doing it from a place of love. So understanding is key. In as much as parents can be annoying, me and my witness, they can be very annoying. At the end of the day, you cannot throw them away. It's understanding that is key. And their parents watching this video, please be understanding us too. Don't provoke us to anger. In the end, they are still our parents, and we owe them our love and our honor and our respect, and we are still their children. So understanding is key. We should always try to understand it. Give them a break sometimes. That's just the point of this point number 6. Number 7, and the final tip in this video, is give. Don't be stingy. Don't be an akagom. As much as you can, as much as it is within your capacity, give back to your parents. They're going to appreciate, even if they are billionaires, even if they have excess money, they're going to appreciate those little ones. Even if they are not monetary gifts, you can give them presents. You can buy things for them. Like just give. Don't be the child that stays a whole year without giving back to your parents. Even if they are working, They want to share eat the fruit of their labor. Even if you say and you train yourself in school, and then even though work hard to the point that I have multiple streams of income, I can just say, okay, this stream of income is for this particular purpose. That's the dream. That's the dream. So I can be able to give back. Like money solves half of many problems, and money can make your blood pressure to go down. Yes, so as much as we can, all those spend money that we have, when we are planning how to, at least it could be quarterly. The thing is that some people can, if you can place them on a salary, especially if they are retired and they are no longer working. If you can't place them on a salary, if you cannot, you could make out a particular amount, maybe monthly or every quarter, or maybe once in 6 months. As any way you can do it. Can be recharging the Go TV or paying the light bill so that you have something going on in the house. Some of you, your parents don't have phone. It's not good. Even small phone. You want to call grandma in the village. You are calling Boyoyo in another part of the village to go and give her from the doctor. So let's do better. So thank you for staying to this point in this video. And finally, as we grow older, we are young, as we grow older, our life in old age should be top priority for us. I like to think about my future a lot, and I don't want to have I've seen old people suffer. And I want to be in that space. I want to be in that position. I want to be balling till I'm 80, till I'm 90 if the Lord tarries. That's the kind of life that I want. I don't want a life of misery, and I'm working now to make it happen. I'm going to build a family to make it happen. Planning is essential. You know the plus saying that was, as you make your bed, so shall you lie in it. I mean, in 2020 when I was still in Abia State, I was still in the market. I was in Abia State. You see men of 60 plus carrying load in the market, carrying bags of rice, pushing, like literally struggling and suffering to life. And sometimes I don't make sense of it. I always think, where are their families? Where are their children? Why this? I feel like at a particular age, there's some kind of jobs that shouldn't even be done. Body will be firewood. Your body, no. So please, now that we are young, thank God for the internet. Thank God for the knowledge. Knowledge is almost free now. There's nothing you cannot learn on the internet except you just don't want to learn. Let's make plans for the future. Make investments let's be intentional. That's the word. Intentional about the kind of future that we want. You know, like the kind of family that I want to build. Like instill family values in them. When they start getting older, they will realize the importance of family. They will understand and realize you will not have to be. You won't have to. It won't have to be a prayer point again. It even boils down to who you marry. Can this person raise this? Like have the same. I'm not deviating in this video. That'll be for another video. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this video, and I do hope you have a great relationship with your parents, your grandparents, and elderly ones around you. If you have any tips, you can let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly hit the like button and subscribe to encourage me. Yes, I'm saying it to my full chest. Till next time.